Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Attack on Titan. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching episode 3 of season 3 of Attack on Titan. And I just want to say that being back with Attack on Titan in this season and how it started out has been exciting. I don't know if it's a type of season or if it's just off like a rocket. That was my version of wavy gravy and exciting and slow and exciting and slow and exciting and slow. Anyway, I did rewatch the last 2 episodes with the subtitles, and first of all, I want to say that the animation of Levi in the second episode was phenomenal, but the voice acting of Matt Mercer at the end of that first episode yelling Kenny, ooh, so much better than the Japanese version. And I don't know if that is a common occurrence with Matt Mercer in this series, or if that's me just like really loving that performance. I'm pretty sure everyone has to agree that he's doing a fantastic job, or that he did a fantastic job. But I enjoy it. Like, it's, first of all, like, I love Levi, so like getting that out of Matt was just, it was very, it was very satisfying. It itched something in my brain that I like just really needed, was a very passionate voice acting moment from Matthew Mercer. I mean, like, he's really good at it. He's good at it in everything that he does, but definitely that moment in particular will live with me for a really, really long time. Now, Kenny is sort of doing a job for the MPs. It's a hit job. But it's like we have to worry about the MPs. We have to worry about I don't even know what they are, the Royal Council. But whoever they are counseling is not the king. It is Rod Rice. That is the real, true royal family. So, like, who's sitting on the throne? What's up with that? Finding out that Historia is, like, not only just super important because she might know information about the walls, but that she's actual royalty, not like illegitimate or like a bastard, but like heir to the throne, if there is one. I don't even know. I'm like, went Game of Thrones a little bit right there for a second. But, her father, I think, wanted very much. Well, I don't know. Did her father hire Kenny? Or was it, in fact, he's taking care of it? I think I think her father had to have hired Kenny to kidnap Eren and Historia. And it's probably because he knew the plan and like what was going to happen. So he was like, well, I'm going to save their lives, or at least, I don't know. He seemed really relieved to hug Historia and to see her alive. And it really meant a lot to her to be hugged by him. I think like she's just kind of like, I don't know what to think of this, but like, hi, Dad. Like, I guess, like, I don't know. We saw a lot of people like kind of having emotional moments, but, Levi having an emotional moment over Kenny being back and learning that Kenny raised him and that Levi is an actual Ackerman, that he has a last name, first of all, and Kenny knows it, but, knowing that he is from a really cool family, and seeing Mikasa and how strong she is and how good she is, like, runs in the family. I just don't know how they're related. Armin, he has been losing his innocence every single day in this series. And, like, killing Titans is like one thing, but killing another human being is another. And, you do that for the people that you care about. Is there a loss of innocence? Yes, further innocence if you have any left. And yes, even though he saved his friend, it still mars you. It still leaves a scar. Even though like something really good came out of it, like Jean still being alive, like it still is something that's going to weigh heavy on someone's heart who's sensitive and like thinks about those things way more in depth than other people do. And I do feel that that's Armin for us. And my heart just breaks for him. I know, I feel like it, Mikasa, like, already knows that Eren would kill for her because he's done it. She would kill for Eren. And so it's something that they've had to live with for a while, that they have killed people. And Armin just going through this and experiencing it and feeling the heaviness and the heartbreak from that, I feel like that's something that's going to affect him from here on out. And I'm not saying that this is anything, and I don't want to run with something that I am like looking far more deeply into, but the fact that, Armin was like, how did I get the shot off before her? That's not lost on me that might be something important. But I'll also say that when he continues going on saying, like, I know what it was, she hesitated because she's a good person. She's probably a really good person, probably better than me. And like, that is Armin going through that and like just feeling so guilty about taking someone's life. And I love that about him, but I'm not lost on the fact that he said that he was quicker than she was. And I know Levi's like, that's just because they hesitated. Maybe. I don't know. Logging that up here. I'm just like, I've been shocked about other people being Titans. You're not going to get one past me on Armin, because like if he's quicker because he's an actual Titan, I don't know, everybody's a Titan. Sean's a Titan. I don't know. They're all Titans. Could you imagine Mikasa as a Titan? Unstoppable. Unfreaking stoppable. Same thing with Levi. It's like the only way that he can get bigger. Hey, look, I love a short king, and I love Levi, so he could be a foot shorter, and I'd still be like, oh, what a badass. What a badass. So there's that. We were also torturing Sanus at the end of it, as though I was in the room. I was merely watching, like, the two people that, like, really have it in them to do that. Watching Hanji and Levi torture Sanus and then kind of get the other guy to read something that makes it think like everybody's turning on Sanus, and Sanus is just like, Rice is the royal family. Like, there you go. That's the information I was going to go to my grave for. How heartbreaking for him to think that his friend turned on him when really his friend was just like, please don't hurt me anymore. And like, I'll say this out loud. And like, his friend didn't give any information. He just put on a really great show that convinced Sanus to give it up. Okay. Oh, and then let's see. Kenny killed the merchant at the end, but the merchant's son was still alive. So I don't know. I mean, he heard the name Levi Ackerman, so maybe he's gonna tell them, because it seems like Levi doesn't know his last name or where he's from or who he's related to. I can't wait to see that play out. So I'm wondering, did I forget anything else leading into this? I don't think so. Oh, other than the fact that Eren can't fully change into his Titan the way that he typically would if he's in the middle of a fight. So there's something, I think, internal going on with Eren that like is stopping him from being able to do that. And also he gave Hanji the note about like Bertolt and Ymir talking about her taking the power of the Titan from their friend. One, that is not what happened. She was injected and turned into a Titan, but I don't know if eating the friend turned her back into a human, because Hanji was afraid that Eren was going to get eaten. And I mean, I think about that with every Titan, but I don't think that would be the way for them to get the coordinate from Eren, is to consume him. But if that's like what they think they have to do, it's because it happens in other ways, in other forms, for them to kind of go like, well, yeah, I mean, that's how we, look cooler. And like Reiner might have eaten, I don't know, 40 armed guards and absorbed the ability to create arm. Like, I don't know. I don't know how it works. Obviously I don't know how it works, because that was the stupidest thing I think I've ever said. But like, Eren being able to transform at will and trying to be able to use some form of armor in order to seal up Wall Rose, or the Ganshina, or wherever they are. Like he's having a hard time with it. He needs to figure that out for our sake, his sake, their sake. Anyway, guys, I'm super anxious to get into this episode because I don't know what to expect, but I want some clarification on Historia, and I would like Levi to find out that he has a last name. and Mikasa, because I want to know how they're related. I mean, there's like a 15-year gap, so I would assume uncle or cousin, because her parents weren't really that old. I mean, they would have to have been like 15 in order to have Levi and then have Mikasa that much later, so I don't think that that's the case. I don't know what to think. So guys, I'm going to stop speculating and I'm going to watch the episode and have it revealed for me. So let's go. So did he try to rob Kenny? Yeah, and what's up with this? Who is Erwin talking to? Because that guy looks like the Beast Titan dude. Old story. Okay.
I was born on a small farmstead in the northern lands of Walrose. It was owned by the noble Rice family.
Oh, this is what she told them. Okay.
Most nights someone would come for her in a carriage, and she'd go off into the city, wearing fancy clothes.
That's interesting.
In all the stories I read in those books, parents cared about their children.
Is that her mother then?
I've never experienced any of those things.
She's just a
One day,
caretaker?
out of curiosity, I decided to try hugging my mother.
Mommy!
Oh my god!
She ended up shoving me away from her.
That wasn't a shove. That was awful.
If only I wasn't such a coward, I could have killed it.
Those were the first words my mother ever said to me.
Holy shit.
I didn't see her for a long time.
Probably a good thing.
And then, 5 years ago, I finally met my father.
Okay, so she did know who he was.
Now listen, you'll be living with me from this day forth.
I mean, he seems nice. What's up with the mom, though? That's odd.
You know what this is, Lord Rice. I suppose you thought you'd get your pretty little secrets to safer ground, huh?
Kenny.
Let Mom go! No! I'm not that girl's mother! I've never even met her! Do whatever you want with her, but let me go!
Is that not her mom? I kind of got that vibe.
Sounds to me like you don't exist.
No way! Master, please! That isn't true! You have to tell
Master,
them!
please?
Doing, Mother. If only you had never been born, I could...
So traumatic.
Those were the last words my mother ever said.
It's so hard for me to fathom a mother speaking to her child that way, regardless.
The power to save all of humanity now rests in your hands.
Oh, great.
Please, Astoria,
How?
come with me.
You need to
And
explain
I'll
that
show
one,
you
sir.
where it all began.
I was like, are we going to his basement?
They didn't actually make you talk, did they? But we swore a vow of loyalty to the king.
Yeah.
I can't surrender another word out of you. I would have died for you and you betrayed me for a panda.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't.
He never told us anything. He didn't get a chance to. We never questioned him.
Yeah, it was all you, son.
This is the conversation you heard. It was staged.
Fooled you.
It was me.
Yeah.
I'm the one who betrayed the king's secret.
Maybe you needed to, though.
You're a devil.
Yes, I think you might be right about that.
No argument from
But
her.
I bet Pastor Nick felt the exact same way about you.
Are you sad now? Well, boo-hoo! You get to
Jesus,
spend the rest of
Hanji.
your lives doing nothing but eating and shitting in this cell!
Enjoy.
Wow.
Best of luck, Hanji.
Don't let him affect you like that. Okay. Oh boy. Oopsies.
I'm sorry. Seems I made a mess. I encountered a large cockroach.
She did indeed.
I bet it learned its lesson. It's time you filled them in.
Oh yeah, I guess I might as well.
Yeah, I want to know her theory about Aaron.
Ymir used to be a mindless titan, just like the others.
Right.
Until she consumed someone. Someone from Bertolt and Reina's group. We've never seen a titan turn back into a human by eating one before.
Correct.
That said, Reina's comrades aren't normal humans.
Exactly.
If a titan eats someone with that power, then it'll transform back into a human. They'll obtain whatever powers that human had. In the battle the other day, Reina was throwing titans at Aaron as he tried to run away. I think he hoped one of those titans would eat Aaron and take his power.
Interesting.
My point is, if the government has a titan of their own, they'll use it to eat Aaron.
Okay, but who? Okay, I knew eating the...
I'll go tell Erwin everything we've learned about the Rice family. You head for Lord Rice's estate.
My mind is, like, kind of blown a little bit that, like, yes, they can change into titans because they ate somebody who has the power of the titan. It's wild.
Forgive me for dropping in unannounced.
I like Pixis.
You are serious, right?
Has a heart attack, look at him.
Yes.
He doesn't
I have a
joke.
plan to retake Walmaria and to depose the government.
Oh, and depose the government. Okay.
It may be possible for us to carry out this plan without military force. My objective, at least, is a bloodless coup.
Hopefully.
Then by all means, go on. If such an option is plausible, I'm for it.
Anything in this world bloodless is good.
There's no plan B. I and everyone else will be hanged.
Oh, is that all?
Is that it?
So this is another one of your great gambles, then?
Seems I may be a betting man to the end.
He does that a lot.
I'd like you to hear a story from my childhood.
I would love to hear a story from your childhood.
About my father. He was a teacher.
The guy in the opening.
I thought as much.
Oh, he did.
Looks like my gamble might pay off, Commander. One of the first Interior Squad just confessed. The current king is a pretender to the throne. Rice is the true royal family. We'll declare that Historia Rice is of royal blood and crown her as this country's queen.
I worry about her.
Knowing this is true,
That's a
the
target.
Urset's king will have no choice but to give up the throne.
Assuming that he does, we'll have staged a bloodless coup.
Yeah, because kings love giving up power, sure.
I'm convinced. You can count on my support.
I love that for us.
That said, the final decision is out of our hands. You do understand that?
Yep.
I do. Yes.
They might not care at all about Historia's bloodline.
Commander Erwin, the
Jeez.
Interior Squad's put out a warrant for you.
What are you planning to do?
I need to be the face of the Scout Regiment. I trust you to act at your own discretion.
Is he going to turn himself in or
Also,
something?
I've chosen the Scouts' next leader, and it's you, Zoe Hanji.
Dope. Oh my god, I love Hanji. I love that for you, girl. Ruthless. That's what we need. Just like Erwin.
I
wait,
take it you know
multiple
who
people.
this is. Right, Erwin?
That's Mr. Demo Reeves.
Yeah, but Reeves' son knows who really killed him.
Reeves was hired to do this by none other than the Scouts themselves, in the hopes that they might avoid handing Aaron Yeager over to the government. I can see what you scoundrels are doing. You're trying to monopolize Yeager's Titan power and keep it all for yourselves.
Is that what's happening?
One must never prioritize their own gain over humanity's survival. Am I correct?
That you are. And because the Scout Regiment is in violation of this law, all Scouts must be arrested.
Boy, you need to speak up.
Reeves ended up being just as useful against us as with us.
But we still don't have any leads on Levi.
Like I told you, the runt's not gonna hide forever.
I'm
When he shows, we kill him.
I am kind of pissed.
When the battle for Trost first began, Mr. Reeves delayed evacuation efforts in order to preserve his wealth.
Yeah.
So what's your point? Are you trying to say he deserved to die?
No, I'm not. He helped those who couldn't leave by striving to revive this city. But now, that dream has been cut short by a knife in the dark. I swear this. I will avenge him.
Very public there too, Irvin. Yeah, everybody heard that. Good job, buddy.
My father, he was a teacher. One day we were studying history. Humanity took refuge behind the walls and realized 100 years of peace. But in this process, we lost all records of what humanity's earlier past might have looked like. That's what all of us were taught. Even back then, this seemed strange to me, and so I asked my father a question.
Yes?
He gave me a fairly evasive answer, and continued with the standard lesson.
What was the question?
When we got home that night, he sat me down and gave me the real answer. He told me the history books he received from the government were full of contradictions and mysteries.
Sounds about right.
He then proceeded to tell me a theory of his. I told the other children what he had told me, and one day the MPs arrived to question me. My father didn't come home that night. They said he died in some kind of freak accident.
They killed him.
But I knew that wasn't true. He'd been silenced by the government.
And then sent away, and he became the Beast Titan.
When humanity fled to these walls, the king altered their collective memory to make them easier to rule.
Sounds about right.
That was my father's theory.
Mm-hmm.
Despite the cruelty of it, I'd hoped their motives at least might have been noble.
No, just to keep power.
But more recently, I've realized something about these men. What they're fighting to protect is not humanity, but their own gardens, houses, and lands.
Mm-hmm.
Which means...
And profits.
All they care about is suppressing those who dare to question their authority in any way.
This is so relevant!
He was killed by human greed, and by the sheer stupidity of his own son.
Oh, baby, you can't do that to yourself.
I've made it my mission in this life to atone to my father by showing the world he was right.
Wow, that was amazing.
I told you, didn't I? These are the same bastards that unleashed a Titan here. They destroyed half the town.
Oh my god.
I bet they're planning to use that freak show Jaeger to wipe us all out.
Freak show Jaeger. You're lucky that he's around.
They're taking him on a wagon. That gives us 1 day before they reach Rice's estate. And we need every second we can get to come up with a plan.
Captain, I hear footsteps.
Oh, thank God Sasha's here and she can hear things.
Sounds like they're approaching.
But also, we have Armin, so I feel really good about the fact that he can come up with a really good plan. Now I'm trying to think of who that could be. It's probably Hanji and, Moblit? I think that's who that is. Alright, let's talk about it. Okay, thankfully we finally got a little bit of Ervin's background because, you know, I saw him in the opening with the blonde guy with glasses and I was like, Beast Titan! That does not mean that anybody who's blonde with glasses is the Beast Titan. But I could definitely see his father being upset about history being erased, essentially, and rewritten, and wanting to stop the top of this humanity from moving forward. I totally get it. And it's incredibly relevant to world events about, you know, suppression of information and rewriting history the way that it makes either, you know, humans in this world look like heroes, or like that they were always right, or that this is it. This is all there is. There's nothing out there. There's nothing before, and there won't be anything in the future. The suppression of all of that, and then the suppression of like people telling the truth. Ooh. So relevant. Yeah, not a fan of that. Yeah, I'm behind Irvin every step of the way, and I'm glad Pixis agrees too. And I don't know if Rod Rice is necessarily a bad person per se, and I don't know if Historia's mom was her mother. I mean, for her to just be like, I wish I was brave enough to, you know, have killed it or whatever. It obviously wasn't Rod's wife because she said master. So is she legitimate, illegitimate? Like, was she just babysitting? And like, when she said like, I should have like killed it, like was to like stop all of this from happening because she like knew the truth, or like, and then she's like, I'm not your mother. Like, I've never, like, I don't know her or what, but like the way she treated Historia, like awful. I'm surprised that Historia has become the person that she is. And granted, some of it was an act, but like that was like politeness. Like I do feel like she has a tender heart and that she has a big heart and that she's a caring person. And she might be that way because of the lack of care that she received, you know, showing people love. Like every time the sun would hit her and everything would glisten, you know, I was just like, what the hell? You know, and I was like, okay, it's an anime trope. But it could also be because she genuinely has a good heart and she's genuinely kind. And she's trying to give love to people that, you know, like I don't want to say it's the love she didn't receive, but the fact that she had met her father before she joined the Scouts right after Wal Maria fell is really, that was hard for her, I think, to like, because what was it, like 2 years later? I'm trying to think of when she would have joined the Scouts, probably like 2 years later, to like go into that and like just to keep that a secret. Good grief. Good grief. Okay. Well, now, not necessarily that they're pinning, now I can't think of his name, the merchant's death on not just Erwin, but the Scouts in general. And then the other bodies that were there, I'm sure were the other Scouts that Levi had killed on his way to try to save Aaron and survive Kenny's attack. But like, what about the Scouts that were killed during that? Like, don't they matter? But I'm glad that he went and he made kind of a big public show. That way eyes and ears saw and heard what he said. And I think anytime you do something that's very public facing, it 100% saves your ass because it puts it out there and you don't let other people control the narrative. And, you know, he, for all intents and purposes, was speaking the truth. God, I love Erwin. I love him so much. Oh my gosh. Between him and Levi, I just can't. Nothing from Aaron at all in this one. He just taking himself a nap. Although it seemed like he was struggling with hearing what Lord Rice was saying to Historia. Like he didn't believe it, or like was causing him pain because of his own father. That's just wild. Yeah, and then, you know, with Hanji, like now being the leader of the Scouts, what Sanas had said to her after she revealed that, like, they pretty much tricked him into telling the truth, is that kind of like what goes around comes around. And, you know, it's true. Karma has a way of getting people back, and I don't know what that really means for the future and for Hanji, but, you know, if she let that, like, seep into her brain, or, you know, just into her heart, like a little bit, like that could affect her from here on out. Her kicking the table and saying that it was a really large cockroach. Yeah. So I wonder the future with Hanji, if she is going to behave differently, which, you know, one of the reasons why I like her is because she is very cutthroat and she is very like kind of dark and a little sadistic, but like has the best of intentions with using that to get the means to an end, which is typically saving humanity, fighting Titans. And in this case, it was getting the real information of why Pastor Nick was killed. Because when she like heard him say like he like had all 10 nails ripped off and wasn't revealing anything and he would have gone to his grave keeping the secret, you know, she had a response to that because she threatened to kill him. And like hearing that she wouldn't have gotten the information out of him no matter what, like that has to be like a blow, like especially thinking like she could have killed somebody and wouldn't have gotten the answers, but also that like he was really holding true to what he knew and wasn't going to spill the beans. And, you know, her threatening him was in vain. And she was able to make it work this time, but I don't know if it'll happen again. Okay, if you guys want to watch the full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon and up to 2 episodes early. That's 4, it's 2. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Truth bombs aplenty. A lot of parent stuff. I'm like, who do I talk about first? But like Erwin and his backstory, like, quite frankly, if his father isn't dead if he was sent away and he became the Beast Titan, or I'm just trying to imagine the possibilities here. I'm not saying that it is true. I'm just saying that, like, I have to follow where my brain is taking me, is that his father was an outcast, probably the same way Ymir was. And then maybe he ate and then he ate Grisha and he became a smart Titan. And then he ate a really smart monkey named Caesar. Mixed media. It works. It works. What are you going to do? Yeah. With Krista and with Erwin, and kind of like a little bit of backstory between the two of them. I want some backstory in Hanji. That's for sure. Yeah. And so we're on our way to the Rice estate to get Eren and Historia. Hopefully that's successful. But like, even to talk to Rod Rice and to figure out how we can restore him to power and get the powers that be that are currently in charge out of there. And maybe Rod Rice was the one that decided to hide history. I don't know. Maybe he's not a good person. Just because he is not trying to kill Historia or Eren does not mean that he is a good person. But TBD on Rod Rice. I mean, Kenny seems, I thought that the Rice family, that Rice had employed Kenny to get Historia and Eren. But now I'm also thinking, his people did get Historia and Eren. So maybe Rod hired Kenny to kill the woman that Historia thought was her mom. Or was her mom, for that matter. I guess I just have to go with it until I learn differently. But like, so did he or did he not? It's weird that if he killed her in this episode, like, why would he have hired Kenny to get his daughter and Eren? I mean, I guess, oh no, we'll have to let that one play out, because what I thought I knew might not be true, but it might still be true. But like, he's working for him now. Maybe he learned a truth bomb. I don't know, but Kenny said something about like his dreams coming true or something like that, and I don't even know what that means. So I'm hoping we get further explanation on everything in the next episode, which I'm going to watch right now. You have to wait for. So guys, come back here for that. And in the meantime, I'll see ya.